Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be telling you how to win a solo game. Do you just want to get the umbrella and brag to your friends that you got the umbrella in solos? Or do you just want to get better at the game? Let's get straight into it. Okay, so landing spot wise. I like to land at Sweaty Sands. I drop the closest house to the southeast. I always check for the bucket chest behind the bed, as you can see. And what do you know? Right there. You can land wherever you want, but if you keep dying at one POI, choose a different one. Some other good places to land are Wick's House, Compact Cars, Camp Cod, Craggy Cliffs, east of Craggy Cliffs, and Logjam Woodworks. So now Loadout. What you definitely need is 1 AR, 1 shotgun, rotation item, for example shockwaves, and 2 med slots. If I find an RPG, I'll put in my 3rd slot. Same with a type of bow. Since I don't know what shotgun to hold, I hold my loadout like this. 1 normal AR, 1 makeshift shotgun or pump, primal shotgun, and 2 med slots. If you know what shotgun you want, or don't have a bow or an RPG, have 3 med slots. What about an SMG? Personally, I don't really see any need for people to run an SMG in Season 6. If I don't run an AR, but I get a P90 or just normal SMG, then I'll take it until I get an AR. Okay, now into something that is very, very important. Practice. Practice, you need to get wins. Most pros, I think all pros, practice to get better at their building editing. You need to practice your builds, edits, aim, etc. Some maps, in my opinion, to get better at building and editing are in the description. I'll show you some gameplay of me doing them. The most important thing in Fortnite is obviously building, but aim. You can do in-game aim trainers, codes are in the description, or download aim trainers off the internet or Steam. Like Skatebox aim training, or this aim trainer that I found called Aim Labs. Disclaimer, 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 disclaimer. I know you want to win a game in Fortnite, but most of all, I need you to like and subscribe. We are less than 3 minutes into the video, and I think half of the things I was going to say are finished. Just make me grow if these tips have helped. A like and a sub would really be helpful. Now back onto the video. Okay, now so heals. What should I hold? If I'm going to be holding 3 meds, then I'd say minis, big pots, and any white meds. If I'm holding 2 meds, then I'd either hold minis and a big pot, or minis or a big pot with any white meds. By the way, the meat from the animals are only here for 15. Don't be scared in the end game. You might shake, that's fine, I do it as well. I was like a lot of other people. I like to do it this out of the game till I die, or I win the game. I chew gum, it just makes me calm down. All you need to remember is, practice makes perfect. Okay, so now, avoid your weaknesses. If you don't know what that means, if you're not good at start/early game, then drop somewhere there's 0, 1, 2, even 2 people. If you're not good when you have no mats, drop somewhere there's a lot of mats, and not that many people. Okay, let's talk about the 3 main components of a Fortnite match. Early game, mid game, and end game. First, let's talk about the early game. The early game, in my opinion, is the second worst component of the Fortnite match. People dropping in your head, bad guns off spawn, no health, no mats. Best thing I do, as I said before, land somewhere there's not that many people, and lots of loot and mats. Now onto mid-game, which I say is the easiest. It really depends if you want a high kill game. If you do, then you might die, because you're in like a lot of fights, you might lose health. So, you really need to tell their skill before you fight. You'll be able to take your luck to see like if you should fight them or not. If they push you, you have to fight. If you shoot at them and they're 90, they're sweat. Just rolls, and they walk weird, then most likely a bot. This is also when a lot of people die, so they will go down and turn to endgame. The hardest one, in my opinion, the endgame. You start to shake up. You might have guns, like good ones, hopefully you do. You start to get nervous. Most people like me die here. Then it's a top 3 situation. If you're in a high-kill game, go for the last 2 kills. If not, find where the last 2 people are fighting, and as soon as they finish fighting, you start pushing them. Like you shoot their wall, if they box up, straight away to med out. Then just to see their skill. And if they're good, then box up. I do this all the time. I'm good at box fighting, so most of the time I win those fights. And if you come second, do what I'm about to tell you to do. It's now rewatch. This is what a lot of pros do. Is when they die, they go to the replays and rewatch what they should have done. I did it when I came back to Fortnite in Chapter 2 Season 3, after a season off. I came 34th, then rechecked what I did wrong, then went into creative, practiced free building, editing, aim, and I came 9th the next game with like 2 kills, because this is when I got my first ever solo win, so, see, it does work. Okay, so most pros grind this game mode. From me saying that, you know what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is arena. If you improve so much, get so many solo wins, and get into a little more sweatier game mode. Right now I'm at Div 6 and at least 50 kills this season. I want to become a pro content creator. I think I'm still bad, so I keep practicing absolutely everything. Alright, let's go over what I said. What I've said so far is basically for you to choose a landing spot that works. Choose what loadout you like. Practice more. What heals you should hold. Don't be scared. Avoid your weakness early, and talk about the main components, which is early game, mid game, and end game. And then also saying look at your replays, see what you've done, arena. Okay, hopefully you've done all the things I said and it worked. If not, keep practicing, and it'll work at some point. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe and comment if it worked and anything you want me to do. Bye bye!